Some royal news now, and new reports suggest that Prince Harry is lonely in California and he's considering returning to Britain despite a seismic falling out with his father and his brother.
But the question we're asking this morning is whether Meghan would come with her Prince Charming or whether Harry would perhaps be more welcome here if he came solo.
Like Kinsey, we'll go to Kinsey Schofield live now in LA. Kinsey, we've got lots of time to talk about this and speculate this. We've got about 6 minutes or so to talk. But what's behind all of this? Where are these thoughts coming from?
They're coming from royal author Hugo Vickers. And I don't know if you're familiar with Mr. Vickers, but he's written over 30 books about the British royal family. And he told The Sun that Prince Harry will ultimately return to the UK with his tail between his legs. He described the Duke of Sussex as angry and says Harry is genuinely petrified of losing his wife, Meghan Markle. When asked his predictions for where Harry and Meghan will be in the next 20 years, Vickers told The Sun, "I think he'll come home," explaining, "I think Harry will come home, and if he comes home, we must be very nice to him because he won't particularly want to. He's quite angry," suggesting that he would be coming home solo. Vickers also said that Prince Harry looks slightly petrified of Meghan Markle and that King Charles has left the door wide open for Harry's return if and when he does decide to come back.
I mean, Kinsey, I've never been to California, but I can only imagine the culture shock that Prince Harry has faced arriving there. This is a kid that has grown up in castles, went to Eton College, holidayed walking across, British country estates on horseback, playing polo, shooting grouse and pheasants and deer. There isn't an awful lot of that happens in California. And of course, not many of his friends over there. It is plausible that he could be very lonely.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you. And if you think about Prince Harry's life, 4 years ago, the man learned how to pay his phone bill. 4 years ago, his schedule was handed to him and somebody else was managing his day. Somebody else was managing his money. And now he goes to bed every night with his head on the pillow, worrying about how he's going to pay the mortgage, how he's going to pay for security, and certainly how he's going to pay this incredible PR team.
I've got a suggestion. Stop spending the money then. I mean, it's as simple as that.
I mean, absolutely. That's a really quick solution. But all of a sudden, he has adult responsibilities that he wouldn't have had to have dealt with as the Duke of Sussex, working under the umbrella of the British royal family, pursuing that life of service. He has real responsibilities today, the kind that you and I struggle with.
I understand that anybody struggles with. But then, so what is the issue? What is the problem? Is she the problem?
Oh, amen. You are feisty this morning. It's my favorite. That's why I wore the shirt. I wanted to match your audacity this morning.
And his tie.
Yeah, exactly. I think that she has created a lot of roadblocks for him.
Look, she calls the shots. It's quite obvious. It's where her career is going, what she is interested in, who she wants around her. It's all about her.
And I mean, I'll give you an example to support your point. Prince Harry has always shied away from cameras, microphones, and attention. The Hollywood flashbulbs are not necessarily his desire, but Meghan is actively pursuing that. She's got a brand new cooking show coming out on Netflix. We believe within this Netflix cooking show launch, we're also going to see the official launch of American Riviera Orchard. The only way to have a successful launch in Hollywood of a lifestyle brand, a TV show, is media. Yeah. She's going to have to put herself out there. And those are the types of things Prince Harry avoids. And I doubt he enjoys that aspect of their life. But Kinsey,
I remember the time when we all loved Prince Harry. I really do. And I grew up, he's a bit younger than me. William's the same age as me, but he was always the lovable rogue, the party boy, the fun boy. I do think that there is still warmth deep down in British society for him.
I think he could turn it around. I think he could turn it around. As I say, he isn't so much the issue, she's the issue.
Well, he did write Spare.
Well, there is Spare. But, Hugo Vickers' point is that if Harry comes back in 20 years, which it would be in 20 years, Prince Harry is not going to leave his children alone in the United States of America. There is no way. But he said Prince Harry will probably be resentful over the fact, and that the UK, Hugo said, does need to be nice to him. And I don't know if your viewers would agree with that point, but Vickers saying specifically that people need to be nice to him because he won't particularly want to be back in the UK.
Who will care in 20 years' time?
Ask.
We'll all have moved on. We'll be dead. We'll be,
Stop
you know.
it.
But why would we care? It's like Edward and Mrs. Simpson. They went off to Paris or whatever, and when he died, they then started going to his funeral and whatever. It was as if it didn't matter anymore.
I think if he came back with his tail between his legs and did a mea culpa, the British people could welcome him back into the fold. That's my opinion. What amuses me is the thought that the King's grandchildren have probably got accents not dissimilar to yours, Kinsey, which is still just blows my mind.
I'm sure that they're absolutely precious. Unfortunately, we never get to see them, so I don't know.
I know, that's a shame. All right, Kinsey, well, we've enjoyed seeing you. Thanks very much for your time. See you again soon.
Will he get to see the football tonight, Kinsey, do you think?
I'm sure she'll allow him to have the remote control. I bet that is, but that's an option for him.
Thanks very much indeed, Kinsey.